Did you know that companies often set up time bombs for themselves? Truth is, you may be this very bomb. Here's a usual collaborator. Like any other human being, her mind is constantly struggling to choose a course of action, evaluating different incentives. These incentives can either be intrinsic or extrinsic. But only the strongest incentive will trigger action. The question is, which one? Organizations mostly rely on monetary rewards to motivate their employees. Yet, such incentives create at least two important problems. We call the first problem the incentive life cycle, or the Cobra effect, named after a cobra plague of Delhi in the 19th century. At the time, the city was infested with snakes, and in order to get rid of the problem, the governor introduced a bounty for cobra skins. At first, the population of snakes started to decrease. Productivity increased. But then, when it became more and more difficult to catch cobras, people found a way to game the system. They started farming them. When the governor realized it and stopped paying for skins, cobras became worthless and farmers released them into the city. In other words, monetary rewards led to the opposite effect compared to what was hoped for. It is the very same adverse incentive mechanism that contributed to the recent financial crisis. The second problem is equally vexing. We call it the blood donor dilemma, or the incentive competition effect. Let's say, for instance, that we wanted to increase the volume of blood donations. To do that, we introduce an extrinsic reward and start paying blood donors. Oddly enough, empirical evidence shows that following such a policy change, the number of blood donors actually decreases. Why? Because those who used to donate because it was the right thing to do stopped as they saw it as a paid service and the financial reward was not high enough for them. Their intrinsic motivation had been crowded out. Incentives shape the way we perceive reality. Yet science shows that most organizations do not anticipate their actual consequences. So if you want organizations to incentivize smartly, click on the bomb before it explodes and share this video with your colleagues.